Hey, this is Mikey. I'm here to give you guys just a quick little overview and intro to Google Classroom, which we will be using this year to help manage and distribute content to the cohorts. I created a sample cohort classroom here for after school. You should be getting an invitation from your program manager to join Google Classroom, and the email will look something like this. Uh, Depending on who your program manager is and who's the teacher of your classroom, um, they would invite you and send you a link to accept an invitation to the classroom. And you could click the link right in the email, and it will take you directly to the classroom and have you join. When you get to the classroom, you should get a welcome screen here that asks you to either take a tour or skip it. I hope you take it just so you can familiarize yourself with some of the features of Google Classroom and how to get around. It's really simple. It's a really great user interface and really easy to understand. But still, take the tour and familiarize yourself with some of the features. Um, if you have different residencies in different cohorts, like an after school residency and also an integration residency, um, you can you would be in a different cohort classroom for each different cohort that you're a part of. So you would have an integration cohort classroom and an after school cohort classroom. Here in the corner, you could click here to navigate between classes um, and see upcoming assignments for all your classrooms. So this is the basic user interface of a Google Classroom. Um, there's a stream which you can see all your assignments, comments from other classmates, announcements from the teacher who would be your program manager, and all the content that is to be delivered to you throughout the year will be on the stream. You will always see in the top corner what's the next thing that is due from you, whether it be a curriculum overview, your lesson plans, etc. This top corner will always tell you what's upcoming due, and you can view all assignments that are due at any time by clicking here. Uh, you can also see who else is in the class and contact them if you want to. Uh, you can email them directly through classmates. Also, in the About slide, you can also see all the information that pertains to the cohort. You can see what the program manager wants you to have access to at all times, such as attendance sheets and things like that. You can find that in this area. And you can also email your program manager directly from here. On the top of this page, sorry, the middle of this page, you get a direct link to a folder on your Google Drive. This folder is your classroom folder, your cohort folder, where all the documents that you do and that you have to submit will be located. And this exists on your Google Drive. If you click here, it will actually open that folder for you and give you direct access to those materials. Uh, if you look on the top here, you can see what the navigation is. So on your drive, in the folder called Classroom, you'll have a folder for your cohort with all the materials in it. So if we go back over here to the after school cohort, um, I want you to see where your program manager will be communicating with you and where they will be giving you assignments. If you have an assignment due or curriculum overview, lesson plans, etc., you can open the assignment um, and they will have directions for how to complete the assignment. We have a little pop-up here, work on your assignment. On this page, you can view or add files to your assignment before turning it in also. So if you have supplement materials to support your curriculum overview, your lesson plans, things like that, you can actually attach it and send it into your program manager for they could look over and provide you with some feedback. Uh, right here is where you would add files to your assignment. Um, and you could choose a file on your computer. You could choose a video on the internet, a link to a website, and also access to your Google Drive. So any files that are on your drive and any documents you create on your Google Drive could be accessible and attached here. Once you have done your document and completed the assignment and added any materials you might want to add if you have to, you could turn in your assignment here by clicking the turn in button. Once it's turned in, your program manager will get a notice and they will have access to that file. They will not see this file until you turn it in. Um, so just remember that. And they won't have access to it until you turn it in. Cool. So here on your assignment page, when you click on the document that was given to you as part of your assignment, you will always see the name of the document and your name at the end of it added to it. Every teaching artist will get their own copy of any document assigned for you to complete. Um, and if you click on it, it will open up the document for you directly on the drive. Um, and you will be able to fill in the document, do your curriculum overview. If it's a curriculum overview document, fill it in. And then a unique feature about Google Classroom, especially documents that are assigned to Google Classroom, is that it gives you a little turn-in button here in the actual document. So when you're done filling this document out, and if you don't have any supplement materials to attach to it, you can actually turn in the document directly from the doc page right here. And when you do that, it'll open up and confirm with you. One attachment will be submitted for your assignment, which is the one you were working on. And you could just press turn in and you would have submitted it to your uh, program manager. If you feel like you need to edit some things, you could always unsubmit it and get it back to you. Once you submit it, you don't have access to it no more. So if you see here, you can see here, this pop-up came up, access denied, because I turned in the document already. So if you want to, unturn it in and unsubmit it, you can do that on this page here by pressing unsubmit. It will confirm with you if that's what you want to do. You say, yeah, I want to do it. And now your assignment has been unsubmitted and you have access to it once again. So here, go back, you can see the pop-up is left and I have access to my document once again. Cool. On the assignment page, also, if you forgot to attach something to it, you could also unsubmit it and add your attachment here, whether it's something on your Google Drive, a link to a website, a file on your computer, or you want to create another doc or slide or spreadsheet or drawing to go with it. You can add it from this screen and then turn it in when you're sure once again. Cool. You can also comments here if you need. If you want to tell something to your program manager, uh, you can make a private comment right here, and this will be only between you and your program manager. You can make a class comment on the actual document, and this will be visible to all your fellow educators in your cohort. And you guys could communicate with each other also about this materials. And the program manager will also see these comments. But if you just want to have a private conversation about what you did with your program manager, you can add a private comment here in this section on your assignment page. So that's how you turn in your assignments. Um, and you could go back to uh, the main page, um, the stream of the classroom um, here in the corner. If you want to make a post and share something with your other educators and your program manager, You can share things here. So if you have resources that you think might help other people, this is a great place to share that with the cohort. Um, and they will get also an email notification whenever something is posted, and when something is assigned by your program manager. So it's a great resource for sharing materials and things with your other educators in your cohort that they might want to use in their program. So yeah, that's the basics of the Google Classroom interface, and how it applies to you, and the things that you will be doing on them. Um, we will get more into the use of it during cohort meetings and things like that. And I'm also available anytime if you want to come in and get a one-on-one walkthrough with it. Um, Something else that I want to show you really quickly. A way to access Google Classroom directly from your email screen. If you go up here to these little squares in the corners, these are like all the apps that are available to you um, in your urbanarts.org email. Um, if you click up here, you see a little drop down of all the apps like Drive, Docs, Sheets, Slides, Calendar, etc. If you click more, um, get even more from Google, and you can see any other apps that you have attached. This is where you will find the Google Classroom app and access to it. So if you click on this icon here, it will take you, open up another window, and take you to your classroom. And this screen, if you are in multiple cohorts, um, you will see a different classroom for each cohort on this screen. So if you want to go to your after school cohort, if you're on the academy TA team, you have academy TA team cohort, um, etc. So these will have a list and icons for all your classes that you're a part of, um, and it will give you access to your folder for that classroom directly from here. Um, and if you click on the class, you could go into the classroom and take part. Um, so yeah, that is the basic interface. Over here in your navigation, you have a list of your classes, things that you're enrolled in, uh, etc. And if you have multiple cohorts, like I said before, and you want to see the assignments due across the board in one window, you could click here for assignments in the classes that you're enrolled, and it'll show you a list of all your assignments due um, from each cohort. And it'll also be able to show you what you've done so far. Cool. Um, so yeah, if you have any questions, concerns, don't be scared to reach out to me at mikey@urbanarts.org. I'll be happy to help you walk through it. Thanks.